Okay, let's talk Hostess order forms. Now, when you are done with your presentation and taking all the orders, you're gonna want to figure out what your show total is and tell your hostess what her free jewelry is right now. I know you're gonna get extra orders after the fact, but she's excited to know. And it's a really great idea to announce it in front of her friends. Oh, Susie got $300 in free jewelry and she has 8 items that she can buy at half price, because that's gonna help you schedule more shows, okay? So what we're gonna do is we are going to take the customer order forms, and we are gonna add up the little pink box at the bottom, okay? Now, notice this one has an odd number to it. Her total is $99.75 before tax and shipping. The reason is because she got a 25% off item because of my special. My special is spend $75 and you get your next item 25% off or 50% off if you schedule a show. So on her order form, it shows the 25% off amount there, and I've noted it right here, and that's what I'm gonna add up. You always, 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 if you give anybody a discount, that goes into that final total, okay? So the hostess is gonna get free jewelry based on any discounted amounts that the customer got, okay? Now, if we're having a customer special with Premier and it involves like a $10 item or a $12 item, you know, like right now, if they spend $75, they get a $75 item for $12. If something like that is going on, please remember that those $12 items do not get counted into the total for the hostess's free jewelry. So you're gonna need to make note on your order form. And what I like to do is at the bottom of my form, I will subtotal what their jewelry order would be, and then I put plus 12, and then I put their total, so that when I go back and add it up, I can just grab that number without that $10 item or $12 item in it. Okay, so we're gonna add up the retail total of the pre-sales and the sales tonight, and we are going to multiply that by 30%. If we're having a hostess special and she gets maybe 40% or 50%, obviously we're gonna multiply it by that. Now, I love to use the I Get Paid to Sparkle sheet, okay? So on the I Get Paid to Sparkle sheet, this is a sponsoring tool as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add up the hostess or the customer amounts, and we are gonna put that total right here. We're gonna multiply that times 30%, then we're gonna make note of the bonuses. Now this is really great because if she got 2 jewelry shows that night, then we're gonna go up to her and we're gonna say, hey, you can be your own third booking to get that $50 bonus. So you might just get your hostess back on your schedule if you couldn't by that point in order for her to get that $50 bonus. So we are going to make note of how many bonuses she got, and we're gonna add that amount to the 30% and give her a final amount. Now we're gonna say, hey, listen, this is what you've got so far. I know there's a couple people that still need to order. That amount will come up. As well, if you buy half price items, your free jewelry will come up. It's pretty cool, but this is generally an idea. She's going to be blown away, okay? So it's always a fun moment when you say, you have $367 in free jewelry. What? Okay, they can never believe how generous Premier is, so I love that moment. You're gonna tell her how many half price items she's getting, and on this I Get Paid to Sparkle sheet, you can actually, you have a little cheat sheet on how many half price items she gets. If her show is $100 to $299, she gets 4. Soon as she hits a $300 jewelry show, she gets 6. And when she hits 500, she gets 8. Okay, so it's pretty cool. Then we're going to say when we're gonna close the show, you wanna close it between 3 and 5 days or sooner. And so we're gonna negotiate that and write that date down. And then we're also going to make note of anybody that we need to contact, okay? So, oh, hey, Sally was supposed to come tonight, so she didn't, so don't forget to call her. Oh, okay. Now, this is where we work on sponsoring, because we're gonna make note generally how much we made. You don't need to sit there and think, well, there was an $8 fee and a $6 fee. Just, if it was a $600 show, just say $300, because you know there's gonna be more orders that you're getting. You're gonna get post sales and everything, but generally speaking, you made $300. And you divide that by 4 to figure out how much you made per hour, and you tell her that when you tell her her free jewelry. Try to tell her about this within earshot of everyone else. So she's sitting in the family room talking to her friends and you've added everything up. Then come in and say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to tell you that you have $350 in free jewelry and I made $298 tonight, okay? Whatever it might be. We want to announce that. All right, so let's talk about how we figure out her total once she tells you what she wants. Now, I never, unless I have to close that show out that night, I never stick around and, have her tell me what she wants. I tell her how much she has, I tell her to shop and have fun, and I leave. And I have her email me or text me or call me with what she wants. So then I am going to be able to fill out this Hostess order form by myself and do the math without someone looking over my shoulder. Now, don't let this stress you out, the math on this. And if you are stressed out, I highly recommend that you get Hood & House, the software. I love Hood & House just for this reason. I mean, there's so many reasons I love it, but it has this fantastic button that you can push. It's called Calculate Hostess Half. And so you put her whole wish list in there and hit that button and it calculates it perfectly to be the cheapest possible bottom line price for her. So it's fabulous. So this is what I say to her because I have Hood & House. I say, Sally, you have $350 in free jewelry and you get to shop at half off for 8 items. By the way, sometimes some hostesses get a little confused and they think that they get to use the half price items with the free and they're separate. So here's how I say it. Sally, you got $350 in free jewelry. That's so exciting. So listen, in addition, you get 8 half price items. So what you want to do is you want to make your wish list. And if your wish list goes over that $350, you're going to get to buy it at half off. So first you shop for free and then you shop at half off. Now, when you buy your half off items, Premier is going to add more to your free total. So it's pretty cool. Now, don't sit and worry about doing the math all day long. That will make your brain explode. Just send me what you want. I will throw it all into my handy dandy little computer software. I will hit a magic button and it will calculate and figure out what items should be half price and what items should be free and make it the cheapest possible for you. So just send it to me and then I'll tell you your total. And if it's more than you want to spend, we can easily take things out and hit that button again. And if you want to buy even more, we can add more in and hit that button. It's easy peasy, okay? Now, let's say you don't have Hood & House and you're gonna use our standard Hostess receipt. Now, I have Hood & House, so I'm lazy. I didn't write everything out on this order form, but this is my printout from Hood & House after it figured it out. This particular gal had a $691.60 show, and then she spent $94 on her half-price items. So these are all half-price items up here. And so she got a total, she got both her bonuses, she got a total of $335.68 in free jewelry. So she got, really, if you think about it, $94 in half price, we're gonna double that, so it's about $200. She got about $530 in jewelry, and her total bill was $128.31. And I always tell my hostesses that. I calculate how much they got because they love to hear that. So let's talk about this. What you're gonna do is you are going to fill in all of her half price items, and Premier has even made it so that you can't mess up. Like, oh, her show didn't go any bigger than that. She only gets 4, or she gets 6, or she gets 8. So what you're gonna do if you don't have Hood & House is you're gonna say, Sally, you got this much free jewelry and you also got 8 half price items. So what I want you to do is I want you to figure out what you wanna buy at half off and just tell me. You can email it to me, text me, call me, tell me what you want for your half price. I will add that up, tell you your half price total and what that does to your free jewelry. So for instance, if you buy $200 worth of half price items for $100, the half price amount, you'll actually get another 30 bucks in free jewelry because you'll get 30% of that. It's pretty great. So what you'll do is you'll come and you'll write everything out and you'll tell her her total for half price, and then you will go ahead and continue to figure out this little form. So on this form it says the total retail customer orders, $691.60. Total Hostess half price selections from A, which is up here. So that was $94. And then you add it together. So her general show total is $785.60. I'm going to multiply that times 30% or 0.3, and I get $235.68. Now, she got both bonuses, so Premier says check mark the bonuses, add in that total. She gets another $100 for that, and so she's at $335.68. Now, since our jewelry is sold in whole amounts, she is not going to be able to hit $335.68 on the dot. She's either going to spend more or she's going to spend less. So you're going to tell her, hey, you have $335.68 to spend, and she's going to give it back to you. Let's say she gives you $330 worth of jewelry. Great, that's going to be easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill this in, all the things that she got, and we'll come up with the total. Now, because we have Hood & House figured this out and got it as close as possible, and they utilized $335 in free jewelry. It's pretty great. So we're going to use this math because I don't like to do the math. So she got $335 in free jewelry. Now, what you're going to do then is you're just going to follow the directions that are on here. It may seem strange to you, but what they're basically doing is if she spent more than the $335.68, she's going to have to pay the difference. So if she got $337 worth of jewelry, she owes you that money. And by the way, you don't want her to go way over because she will not be buying that overage at a half price amount. She will be buying that overage at the full amount, which means you will be paying that. So she needs to pay you so you can pay Premier. So if she's really way over, you need to encourage her to get something at half off or get a half off item, which will increase her free jewelry. But if you have Hood & House, it'll figure it all out for you and you don't have to worry about the math. But anyway, coming back here, here's what we're going to do. If she goes over, she's going to have to pay the difference. So she'll owe a couple extra bucks. So we've got to make note of that. But if she goes under, we can only subtract out what she got, right? We can't subtract out that she got $335.68 if she didn't use it all. So we're just going to follow what this form says. So the first thing it says is, what's the subtotal of A, B, and C? A, B, and C is the half price jewelry, the free jewelry that she selected, and the shipping, okay? That's everything that can be taxed. It's what she's actually gotten. So that came to $433. That's easy. 7% of that is $30.31. You just multiply that amount by 0.07. So the subtotal, adding those two together, is $463.31. Now, here's where it says, enter the amount from 6, which is way up, let's see, right here, which is what she earned, the free jewelry she earned. Or put in here B, which is what she bought, okay, what she got for her free selection. So one is what she earned, one is what she got. It says enter whichever is less. So if she purchased less jewelry than she actually earned, she left $1 on the table, we're going to subtract out the amount that she spent. But if she spent more, right, then we're going to subtract out the amount that she earned, and we would include that 68 cents. So if she ended up selecting $336 worth of jewelry, we would subtract out $335.68 because there'll be a little bit of change that she would owe. And so we subtract whichever one is less. You don't really have to understand it. You just have to follow the directions. Sometimes I get questions about the amount that we pay Premier and why does it seem so high? And did I really make my 50%? Yes, you did. So look at these numbers. Our show was $691.60, yet I had to pay Premier $609.02. Did I not make any money? No, of course I did. Remember, I collected shipping from each customer and all of the tax from each customer. In addition, I also collected that $128.31 from my Hostess, and there's no profit for me in that. So all together, I collected $911.12, and I'm going to pay Premier $609.02. And the difference that is left is my profit, $302.10. The reason it's not exactly 50% of that original $691.60 is because I gave people discounts. Remember, I give a little incentive, 25% off an item if they spend $75, so I certainly gave a few of those pieces away. And I also had a fee to submit this show, $8, plus she got both bonuses, so that's another $6 each for those, so that was a $20 fee. So my $20 fee left me with $302.10 in profit for one night's work. Pretty awesome. So just remember that those little discounts are in there. It's part of having a business, and you still made a whole lot of money, more than any other direct sales business out there. So I love Premier. They are so generous. I hope this helps you to understand the Hostess order form. And I did another little video on the customer order form, so hopefully you've watched them both and you understand about order forms now. And if you have any questions, please make sure you ask your upline. This is something that you really need to make sure you understand how to do, because this is where you make your money and we want you to be successful. And so please take any questions to your upline or call me.